What up, guys? Today comes to another video about semen retention. Talking about semen retention and how you're going to be more straightforward. You're going to be more stable-minded. You're going to be able to approach situations, with less fear. And also, you're going to be more level-headed during the situations. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be more grounded, And also, you're going to stand behind yourself more. You're going to stand on yourself. You're going to stand with yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot more. What I mean by this, you're not going to be easily persuaded. You're not going to be persuaded at all. You're going to stick by your beliefs and your morals, and you're going to stick by your feelings and your insight. You're going to stick with yourself more. So when I say this, I mean, like, let's say you know that the sky is red. You know that for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, the sky is red. But you haven't been outside in 2 days. And so somebody walk up to you and be like, yes, the sky's blue today. What do you think about that? You're not going to even open your mouth because you know they're just trying to play with you. You know the sky's red. So you don't have to provide a rebuttal. You don't have to explain yourself. And you're going to be silent a lot more. You're going to be silent a lot more. You're going to be silent. You're going to let your silence speak for you. What do I mean by this? I mean, like, you're not going to need to feel the silence. You don't need to feel the silence. There's no need to feel the silence. You're going to... Silence is your best friend when you're on semen retention. Because you start to be comfortable with yourself and be comfortable with everything that you've given to the world previously, So when somebody comes to you and tells you about yourself, about something you've done previously, you let it be known that you just sit in silence, bro. When somebody be like, yeah, bro, why you did that yesterday? Silence. Instead of trying to use more words to explain yourself and more words to just... You wouldn't be digging a hole with your words, because you used to do that, but you don't dig holes with your words now. You feel me? You make mountains with your words now. But instead of trying to make a mountain, you just sit in silence, bro. You just sit in silence and you just let people keep talking. People, once you be silent, people will feel the silence. They'll feel the silence, bro. But there's no need. You don't feel the need to respond to people as much anymore. You maneuver conversations differently. Semen retention allows you to be grounded within yourself. It allows you to be grounded within yourself. It allows you to it allows you to be calm and to, like I said, rest on your own beliefs, regardless of what the world wants you to think. It allows you to rest on your own beliefs. For take a shower. Semen retention allows you to it allows you to just be calm in the storm. It allows you to be calm in any storm. You're calm, cool, and collected. Honestly, you don't really overreact to nothing. You don't really act on emotions easily. You're not easily emotionally. You're not an emotional crash out. You're not an emotional crash out. You don't just crash out at the slightest change in the atmosphere. No. You encourage change in atmosphere. You encourage changes in scenery and changes in direction and things of that nature, because it allows you to just see new things and just experience more. You are adaptable. You become adaptable. You feel me? When you were busting nuts, you were not adaptable. You were not adaptable. You were fearful. You know what I'm saying? And with change of scenery at that point in your life, you were scared. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to be comfortable. So when you weren't comfortable, you were easily uncomfortable. You will never be uncomfortable in semen retention. You will never be uncomfortable. You are always comfortable. You are always okay with what it is. You're always okay with the odds. You're always good with the odds. You feel me? When it comes to semen retention, it's not a It's not something that you can just say, okay, I'm on it now. It's not an option. If you're a male, it's not an option. It's mandatory that you receive attention. You feel me? Like, as a male, you need to be holding your seed indefinitely. You know, you don't need, bro, as a male, you need to be holding your seed indefinitely. You don't need to be out here releasing. There's nothing for you when you're releasing. There's nothing for you, bro. You're wasting God juice. We're going to call it God's juices. You're wasting God's juices, bro. The juices that God gives you to replenish you, to heal you in ways you don't understand, to clear your face up, to make you go taller, make your voice get deeper, make your mustaches grow in, make your muscles grow faster. That's God's juices. And you're wasting it when you decide to spill it and become a lower vibrational being who's just lustful and nervous and scared and scared to take action, and who's weak and who has no energy to do anything, and who's just a bitch. Generally, you're just a bitch, bro. You have no discipline. You have no discipline at all. You can't hold you have no discipline. You haven't even tried. You have no discipline. You have no discipline whatsoever. And to think that fucking bitches is, I'm sorry for my language, but I'm really not. But to think that getting as many women as possible and banging women, fucking women, one woman a day for the whole week and doing it again next week, so you done got 7 bodies, 8 bodies, or the same woman, you feel me? Like, to think that it's just okay to just keep releasing, to think that that's life, to think that that's the way you should go, it's totally backwards, you feel me? And that's what the world, that's living in the world. You living for pleasure, you feel me? You're pleasuring yourself all the time to where it get played out, bro. When you living in the world like that, bro, like, honestly, man, that's living in the world. You're living in the 3D, bro. You're living what you can see. And so when you do that, when you live in the world like that, bro, it's like you don't have no time for God, for spirit, bro. You're not even thinking about spirit. You're not even thinking about the unseen, bro. You think about, I'm finna crack this, I'm finna crack that. You feel me? I'm finna, oh, she look good. Dang, she look good, bro. Dang, she look good. You feel me? That's all you think about. That's really all you think about. You feel me? And you just operating your lower nature, your lower state of being. You feel me? Like, you're being very primal when you're a God. You feel me? You're godlike. So you're not operating in godliness. You know what I'm saying? You don't have God mind. You have carnal mind. You know, you have the material mind. You have 3D mind. You have whatever I see is what is mind. You feel me? Not the unseen mind. You don't have the mind of I can accomplish all, and I can do anything that I put my mind to, and you know what I'm saying? You don't have the mind of God, bro. You have a carnal mind. You're operating out of a lustful state, out of a lower state, out of a unbalanced state, out of a fearful state. And when you constantly release over and over and over every day, multiple times a day, it's like, what are you doing? And it's like, I can't judge you, I can't bash you, because it was a time in my life when I didn't know about this practice either, you know, and I couldn't fathom going a day without beating my shit. I couldn't fathom going a day without watching the sights, bro. I couldn't fathom it because it was such a cornerstone in my life. It was such a cornerstone in my life. Okay, after I do this, I'm finna go bust one out. You know what I'm saying? When I get home, man, I can't wait to get home. Go to the bathroom and go do what I got. I can't wait, you know? And that was the state I was living in. That's the state a lot of you guys are living in. You know, that's the state that the world wants us to live in. The world pushes us away from God. The world pushes us away from, you know, things of that nature. So the world wants you to be in that state, the state of lower vibration, the state of femininity, the state of emotional and pleasure-based, pleasure-based, emotional-based mindset, you know what I'm saying? Not really logic, you feel me? You're not thinking about, bro, and trust me, bro, when you just did it yesterday, it's easy, it's on your mind, bro. When you just relapse or release yesterday, bro, it's on your mind, bro. It's on your mind heavy to do it again. It's so easy to do it again. Because once you do it once, it's like a habit. Like, oh, I'm finna do it again. I'm finna do it again. And then you keep doing it, bro. It's a cycle, bro. It's a cycle. You feel me? And the only way to break that cycle is to stop. It's to stop and just not start a cycle of holding it. Start a cycle of just not releasing. Start a cycle of doing the opposite. You know, and it's, I ain't gonna say it's easy in the beginning because it's a little difficult in the beginning. You feel me? Because you got urges, you got constant urges telling you like, hey, you just did this. You got devils around you telling you, hey, you just did this. Like, what are you doing? You feel me? You just did this, bro. Or devils with demonic intent. That just floating around you telling you, hey, you just did this. Let's go bust one. Let's go crack girl. Let's go crack shorty. Let's go be lustful. Let's look at some butt, bro. Let's do it. Come on. Let's do it. And they tell you that, and it's a lot easier to fall back into temptation when you just bust 5 hours ago. You just bust yesterday or 2 days ago. It's because it's fresh on your mind. But me, I'm like 30 days plus in semen tension, bro. So I ain't touched myself in in a month plus. So it's nowhere near my mind. It's nowhere on my mind to relapse or to look at a site or to, you feel me? None of that's on my mind. And so I walk through life with less stress, you feel me? I walk through life with I don't worry about what people think about me, bro. I don't seek validation. I get validation from myself. And without seeking validation, people validate you, bro. Since I stopped seeking validation, bro, you know how many times people are like, dang, you swole? Feel me? I ain't never really cared for validation, bro. You feel me? But when I was walking through the world in that state of being, you feel me? I really, when I was looking at like, damn, I care how I dress, I care how I walk, I care how I talk, I care how I come off sounding, you know. You don't get them type of compliments, bro. But now I don't care. It don't matter to me no more. People like, damn, you look big, bro. You swole, bro. You feel me? Or I don't know, conversations, man. All type of stuff, man. It's really just it's really just a lifestyle. You gotta start doing SR, bro. You gotta start holding your seed. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a choice. There's no choice. If you're a man in this world, you have to be practice SR. You have to. But that's all I gotta say.